Hello, my name's Oaksep, and I'm an INTP personality. I guess I found out maybe back in high school, found out by this career test that I took, and I didn't really, pay attention too much to it because back then I thought I knew myself. And then I went off to college and did all that stuff and dropped out of college because I realized that, it just wasn't for me. I can learn on my own, I guess all INTPs are very thoughtful and can learn pretty easily. I usually read books, listen to lectures online, learn from personal experience. I'm actually working at an organic farm right now because I don't know, I came to the conclusion that we have all these luxuries like television and supermarkets and cars and fossil fuels, and one day, who knows, that stuff might not be there. What if there's some sort of like crazy natural disaster or some war or something, and nobody's prepared because they're just so dependent on the system that's been set up. So I have given up all of my personal belongings except for my clothes and my art stuff and my computer, and I am now traveling around the world as a, I guess, traveling Buddhist volunteer slash artist slash, I don't know, I'm a lot of things. It's hard to really describe myself in one label, but I guess I'm making this movie because I was reading about my personality type, INTP, and I was like, holy crap, this is just like me. I cannot believe that back in high school I didn't realize it when I read it, and here I am 2 years later reading it and thinking to myself, why didn't I pay more attention back then? Maybe I was too focused on something else, or I didn't find the career tests that important because, I thought I had it all figured out back then, like everyone does in high school. But some good wine. Anyways, back to what I was saying before. Yeah, I thought I had it all figured out, like everyone does in high school. And, I don't know, I was reading over the INTP thing, and I just thought, this is just some stupid test that everyone takes, and now that I've looked at it again, I realize, this is just like me. I'm pretty introverted, thinking-wise. I follow my intuition pretty much all the time. I guess I think a lot. Think, but I've kind of overcome that a little bit. Not to the fullest that I can, but I guess, I've started meditating. I've been, training my mind to quiet itself whenever too much is going through it and distracting me. And I guess, I don't know, I was reading this in-depth description of an INTP, and what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so it said that introverted thinking was the strongest aspect of an INTP, and I guess that explains me pretty well. I do most of my problem solving and most of my energy gathering and most of my life sorting inside of my own mind. Back in, I guess, all throughout my life, I've always kind of been the person who likes to observe everything and likes to watch other people do things or just watch everything happen around me and just kind of, try not to interfere, just kind of process it in my head and just move on. And mostly the friends that I've had, or the friends that I prefer to make, are somewhat extroverted. They definitely are people. And I don't know, I guess it kind of brought out the people person that I secretly wanted to be in my own mind when I hung out with them and stuff like that. And, I guess that's what all INTPs kind of do. But also, I noticed that feeling, like emotions, stuff like that, was definitely lacking in INTPs. Which means that, I guess, we're intimidated by our own feelings. We don't know how to react to them. When other people evoke emotion in us, we feel that we need to defend ourselves because we hold rational thought higher than everything else in the pursuit of knowledge, and we feel that emotions will get in the way of our thinking, so we kind of shut everything out. And yeah, I don't know. I guess it's one thing that I found really, really interesting was that it said that whenever an INTP listens to music, they want to listen to the music that describes their present emotion. Like, if they're happy, they want to listen to happy music. Or if they're sad, they want to listen to really depressing music. Or if they're angry, they'll probably listen to angry music. Or, it's just kind of, they like to listen to anything that mirrors their own thoughts and feelings. And it's almost impossible for us to talk about our feelings to other people, because I don't even know why. It's just so fucking hard, because we can't even tell what we're feeling in the first place, so how can we put it into words? In conclusion, yeah, I've been watching a lot of other INTPs movies on YouTube, and I've noticed that they have a lot of the same mannerisms as I do, such as using the word, such as using the phrase, "Oh, this is interesting. This seems interesting to me," or intriguing. "This was really intriguing to me." And whenever, I guess, they try to think of something, they always kind of look up into the corner of their eyes, or down, just kind of, but they pause a lot when they talk, and make a lot of their sentences in quick bursts, and they say a lot, because they have to think of what they're going to say next. And it's really interesting seeing other people with the same kind of general thought patterns, but just a little bit different, I don't know, I guess I'm going to look more into this, but I find the Meyers Briggs test to be a very accurate description of your actual personality. And I suggest that if you haven't taken it, you should take it, because it will definitely give you a lot of insight onto, the way you think. And, wow. Man. Anyways, I guess that's my conclusion.